Hey everyone, it's Sam with Wrestling Overtime with your news and updates. Today, I wanted to make sure that I caught you up on all the latest news. For those of you who didn't know, New Japan has canceled the remainder of the New Japan Cup because of the coronavirus. They had already canceled all events from March 1st to March 15th and were waiting to see if they could reschedule or what exactly they could do. And they have now canceled everything from March 16th to March 21st. It is not looking good. From the rumors that I have been reading that is coming out, there may be cancellations in New Japan up until the second week of April. Also, Triple H received a new title from WWE. He is now the Executive Vice President of Global Talent Strategy and Development. Well, I kind of thought that's what he was already doing. Because to me, that sounds like you're over NXT. Because he is. He's been over NXT UK. He's been trying to create, NXT Japan, and they have been talking about NXT Australia, NXT Canada, and other places. So that's kind of what that sounds like to me as global talent strategy and development. Not real sure why he needed a new title, but I mean, maybe they needed to justify it to the WWE board for giving him a raise. I'm not sure, or whether Triple H is trying to solidify his position in the company, or what exactly was going on. The Undertaker was backstage on Monday Night Raw, but PW Insider reported that it was decided not to use him. Even though they had AJ Styles come out and give a great promo, and he called him by his real name, Mark Calloway. He even talked about his wife. He brought up Michelle McCool and said that she basically ran The Undertaker. They decided not to let The Undertaker go out and confront AJ Styles for some reason, even though he was backstage. I'm not sure on that decision. I really wish we could have saw The Undertaker, even if they would have maybe did a vignette interview where he went back and forth with AJ Styles on the screen, where he was in a room that was decorated, like hell, or something like that. So not sure about WWE's decision on that one. If you haven't heard, Paige is set to confront Bayley on Friday's SmackDown. And if you look on Reddit, there are many insiders whose predictions, or they say that they are in the know, have said that Paige is cleared or is expected to be cleared really soon. It's kind of funny. Some of these insiders on Reddit, what they stated was that Edge actually had started talking to AEW, that AEW had approached Edge about possibly getting cleared and signing with them, and not re-signing a contract with WWE. He had one with WWE to do content for WWE's network. It was getting ready to run out, and that he had spoken to AEW about getting cleared and wrestling for them. Then, all of a sudden, WWE approached Edge, and he magically got cleared. Paige has said numerous times that she misses wrestling. She wishes this didn't happen, how she'd love to get back into the ring. And so I'm wondering, after seeing and hearing about Edge, that Paige didn't approach WWE about this. So, like I said, some of these they call themselves insiders and say they're in the know, but they may be making predictions. I don't know. I don't know who they are or anything like that, but they are saying that Paige is cleared or going to be cleared soon. I'll tell you what, I will absolutely lose it. I will mark out if we can get Paige back into the ring, smacking Bayley around, and have Paige versus Bayley with Sasha Banks' interference at WrestleMania. Because there's no doubt in my mind the crowd will totally get behind Paige. But we all know that Paige doesn't play the babyface real well, and so she's still going to use some of her heel tactics, and I look to see them give her the championship just because Paige brings so many eyes to the TV, and she's such a great wrestler. AEW issued an official response about the coronavirus and said that all events as of right now will carry on as normal. They're not planning on canceling anything. They're not planning on changing any rules or anything like that. For those of you who haven't heard, WWE has put in a no-touch policy. So, as of right now, any meet and greets that you go to with the WWE, you will be allowed to take picture of the superstar, is our understanding, but you will not be touching them per se, and that could change the access events at WWE WrestleMania's events, because obviously a lot of fans like to get up close and personal with the superstars. PW Insider is reporting that Nia Jax is now medically clear. The rumor is that she is also going to show up Friday night at SmackDown. So we possibly, Friday night at SmackDown, could have Jeff Hardy, Paige, and Nia Jax showing up. I don't think that happens. I really don't. I don't think we get all three. I look for them to hold Nia Jax back, and she either debuts in Raw, somebody makes a comment about her, and maybe she debuts in NXT, since Rhea Ripley has been coming up to Raw to fight with Charlotte. Maybe they send Nia Jax down there to take care of Bianca Belair in the meantime, or there is a really good possibility that they wait to WrestleMania or the Monday after WrestleMania to let Nia Jax actually appear. Brian Alvarez stated on Wrestling Observer Live that AOP's Akam suffered a bicep injury. Now, he is saying that it is a normal bicep injury. I don't know what normal bicep injuries are. From looking around the web, it looks like it's torn, and that he will either be out quite a while to let it heal naturally, or he will have to have surgery. And I hate that for AOP. If you noticed on Monday Night's Raw, he was not using that arm. He was kind of holding it close to him. He was holding it out so that it looked like if he grabbed someone that he was also grabbing them with that arm. But if you notice, that arm never moved. It did not help him throw anybody or do anything to anyone. WWE's Raw viewership dropped this week. They averaged 2.1 million viewers for the entire 3 hours. That was down from last week's 2.2. Overall, for the year, Raw viewership is down 23%. And that is a big big dilemma for them. USA is obviously not real happy with how WWE is performing, and we all know that it's due to the storylines and WWE creative and what they are making of the wrestlers, because we know that in this day and age we have such athletic superstars, and we have so many WWE superstars with charisma that it's just the storylines that are killing them. The city of Tampa is having its first meeting to discuss postponing or canceling major, and yes, I am putting major in air quotes, events, as reported by Ryan Bess. Tampa's mayor, Jane Castor, is said to be extremely concerned. If any of you remember, Tampa was one of the first cities that reported the coronavirus, and it has spread. They are, near a port area of cruise ships. They always have a large convention population that is coming in, with them only being an hour and a half from the Orlando airport. They are constantly getting visitors that are in the Disney Universal area coming over to the beach. She is extremely concerned with having WrestleCon, with having Raw, SmackDown, having the Hall of Fame ceremony and WrestleMania, and then Access and all the other events that go along with having WrestleMania week in your city. She is extremely concerned, and even though WWE has said, no, we're not canceling WrestleMania, I think it would be too big of a money hit for them. But Mayor Jane Castor has it on the table, and that meeting is Thursday. Local TV in Fort Worth, Texas is now advertising that Edge is going to be on Raw on March 23rd. So that's when we can look forward probably to Edge's next appearance. The reason why is because the next Raw, which is March 16th, obviously they are doing a huge section about it being 316. They're bringing back Stone Cold Steve Austin. They're also going to have The Undertaker, because The Undertaker and AJ Styles are going to sign their contract for WrestleMania. So March 16th, I don't look for there to be any big developments in the Edge storyline. And just so you guys know, rumors are now breaking that Rob Gronkowski, Gronk, has signed with the WWE, and he will be debuting within the next week or two. That's the news and updates for today. If anything else major breaks, we'll break in, because we are Wrestling Overtime, and we work overtime for you.